Defend yourself against DDoS attacks by hiding your true IP address with ExpressVPN, and visit my custom link expressvpn.com/ghilliemaster in the description to find out how you can get an extra 3 months free. Hey everyone, and welcome to another GTA Online in-depth guide here on the channel. Today we are looking at one of the only UNEDITED armor plating vehicles we got in the Chop Shop update, at least for now. There is another one in the drip feed, the Vapid Aleutian, and I'll be comparing it to other SUV UNEDITED vehicles that we have in the game right now, mainly the Ghillie and the Granger 3600 LX that came out in the contract update. So without wasting any time, I'm just gonna hit you with the hard facts here. The vehicle is a scam. It's unfinished. Do not waste your money on it. And allow me to explain why that is over the course of this video. So the price, it costs 1.835 million, which is already pretty steep for an SUV, especially considering the Ghillie, a vehicle based on a Rolls-Royce, costs only 1.6 million without the trade price and 1.2 million with the trade price unlocked for it. So how in the world is a Rolls-Royce cheaper than a Ford Expedition? That doesn't make any sense. And it's only cheaper than the Granger 3600 LX if you have the trade price. They actually raised the price of the Granger not that long ago, if you remember that whole ordeal. So already we're not off to a great start based off just the price info alone. For customization, it has the normal UNEDITED armor plating options like the lock-on jammer or remote control, as well as the option to put a slick mine on it for a weapon. It does not, however, have a machine gun like the Granger and Ghillie do, so another downgrade for the Aleutian. Not that the machine gun is any good regardless, but it's just an option that isn't there for the people that maybe are interested in it. Now for explosive resistance, as long as you put the armor plating upgrade and max out the armor to 100%, it will take 4 RPGs, 12 homing rockets, 10 explosive rounds, or 9 railgun shots to blow up, which is on par with the other UNEDITED vehicles, at least the non-electric ones that can take a ton more damage because they're electric. If there's no driver, then the results are going to be halved, so it's going to blow up in 2 RPGs, 6 homing rockets, 5 explosive rounds, and surprisingly 6 railgun shots for some reason. And with no armor plating on the vehicle at all, you still get protection from explosives, just not nearly as much, going down in 1 RPG, 3 homing rockets, or 3 explosive rounds. If you're wondering why I'm saying this vehicle is unfinished, well, here you go. So the game files say that this vehicle should have bullet-resistant windows on it. It has the flag, it has bullet-resistant glass, which is the same flag for every vehicle in the game that has bullet-resistant windows. Well, everyone except this one, because these windows don't block shit. You'll die in one shot through the windows, so they aren't bullet-resistant even though they apparently should be, so they messed that up. And another thing that doesn't directly affect its performance, just visually it looks fucked up. Look at the front of the vehicle here. Do you notice anything that's off, specifically in the headlights? Yeah, the passenger side headlight is just missing. The entire white LED that goes around the headlight is just not there on the passenger side. It's not damaged or anything. Just got this car from Moore's Mutual. It's not damaged. It was just never there to begin with. So another thing that's messed up with this vehicle that just proves it's unfinished. And I know I'm sounding a bit pissed off about these things. I get it. Mistakes happen. That's fine. The problem with GTA Online in particular, and mistakes like this though, is that these don't get fixed for at least 6 months, because they only patch the game 2 times a year. When they mistakenly made the Sterling GT bulletproof, it didn't get fixed until the next major DLC like 7 months later. So either we gotta wait a long ass time for them to fix this vehicle, or there's a chance they don't fix it at all, like the Granger 3600 LX armor plating not appearing on one side. So that's why I get pissed off, not because of the mistakes happening, but because they don't get fixed, or if they do, it takes a half a year. Meanwhile, the vehicle remains at the full sell price. Moving into the performance test now, since this is mainly a test to see how good these vehicles will do in free mode, the airport drag test gives a good combination of both top speed and acceleration. So I put the Aleutian up against the Ghillie and the Granger 3600 LX to see how they stack up against each other. Surprisingly, the Ghillie and the Aleutian are at an exact tie. They are almost identical for the entire race, it seems, too. It's not like one shot off the line super quickly with amazing acceleration, but the other one caught up with better top speed. They were neck and neck the whole time. And yeah, the Granger, it's just slow as shit, finishing like 4 seconds behind the other two. Can anyone tell me why they raised the Granger's price of all things, by the way? It makes no sense. It's literally the worst Minitech vehicle in terms of performance, and they chose to raise the price of that one. Doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways, performance is decent for an SUV for the Aleutian. However, in the end, when you look at the big picture here, why would you pay 1.8 million for an SUV that can do the same thing, if not less, than the Jubilee can at a much cheaper price if you have the trade price unlocked for it at 1.2 million or just the flat out regular price of 1.6 million. The Jubilee doesn't have a whack-ass broken headlight. The Jubilee has blow-resistant windows where the Aleutian doesn't. The Jubilee has machine guns as an upgrade option where the Aleutian doesn't. The Aleutian should be priced at 1.2 million at most for what it brings to the table. That would be a competitive price for it. You know, Rockstar has talked about pricing vehicles relative to their use they give to the player. Well, this pricing doesn't exactly go along with that sentiment, does it? Maybe when the vehicle gets its proper bullet-resistant glass that it should have, it could be considered for that 1.8 million price tag. But even then, you'd still be better off with the Jubilee because it still has more functionality to it. To conclude the in-depth guide here for the Aleutian, just buy the Jubilee instead. It's quite clear that the Aleutian was just not ready. It wasn't. And now we unfortunately have to wait another 6 months to see if they even fix it at all. If you guys enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like as well as subscribe to my channel for more GTA Online content. I also want to give a huge shout out to all my channel members for your support, as well as to my friend EnderCrafter for helping me record and test for this video. If you'd like to become a member for some exclusive perks, you can either use the join button or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.